Hello and very good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Soulful Saturday. Uh, so glad to be doing these consistently. And for people who are new here, we come up with fortnightly Saturday lives with therapists, wellness practitioners, healers to come and talk about therapy, healing, and much more. So, if this is something that interests you, feel free to follow us, join us once every alternate Saturday. Today's live is very special. We have a very special guest that will be joining us in a few minutes. But I would just go. Day is just around the corner. So I felt the calling, to hold space for not only mothers, but everyone who is, a part of the emotional legacy, whether it's daughters, sons, caregivers, family members, whoever you are. I am sure this is going to resonate with each one of you. This episode is for everyone. Today's topic is very profound. Uh, we are going to be talking about generational trauma, one topic which is very close to my heart. There are a lot of books that I read around it, and it has been something which has been of great interest for myself personally. So generational trauma is something which is, silent patterns that you are passing from, one in your family from one generation to another generation. I see Renu is not able to join. I've sent her an invite. Renu, I've sent you an invite. Can you send me an invite? I don't know why you're not able to join. Yeah. So how we can, consciously, we as humans, how we can stop or pause or, just look back and stop these patterns, discontinue them, not take them ahead. That is what we are going to talk about. And I'm just waiting for Renu to join us so that I can introduce her. And, this is going to be an amazing session. Hi, Renu. I have sent you a request. I sent you an invite. Can you see that? Can you send me an invite? Because I don't see any. So there will be an icon below where you can, send a request to me to join. Because I've already sent you a request, I'm not able to send it again for some reason. Okay, I've sent you again. I've sent you a new request. Uh, can you see the request, Renu? So below, when you join, you will be able to see that you can send me a request to join. Can you try to send me a request again, Renu? I have sent you a request again now. Are you able to see the request, Renu? I'm trying to. Let's just wait for her to join. I know she'll be here. She's just trying to connect. I'm just trying to call her. Okay, I have just spoken with her and she's going to be here any minute. Guys, we are going to have Renu here. So a little bit about Renu. Renu's journey has also, okay, I see her request now. Just a second. She should be here in few seconds now. I There was no sound because I mute myself because I was calling Renu on WhatsApp. I hope. Oh, yeah, hello.
Yay! Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Finally.
Finally. I didn't know I can't join from the computer, so I was like, that
It's
where
better
is it?
that, yeah, I mean, I also realized few weeks ago, someone told me that you can't do it from,
Okay.
yeah,
It's crazy. Insta on computer is really crazy.
yeah. So it's better on phone, I
Yes.
think. It's okay. But
It's okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for accepting this invitation and
Oh
coming.
my God.
Uh,
Yes.
this is huge for me. A little bit about Renu for my viewers who don't know her. She is a filmmaker, producer, story writer, a beautiful story writer. And she's been into the filmmaking industry for the longest of the time. And she's lived in many different countries, not only in India. So she has not only produced or directed in India, but in many different countries. And we are very fortunate to have her here. And she is now a filmmaker turned into hypnotherapist, inner child healer, trauma therapist, and she does profound work in therapy space and healing mental health. And we are super excited to talk about generational trauma with you today in this special Mother's Day episode. We have a mother
Okay.
who is very close to me. She is somebody I look up to and someone that I've learned so much, someone who has seen my personal journey, which not many followers of mine maybe know about.
Yeah. Bhumi, that's a really, really very, very kind of you to say so many good things about me.
No,
But
I mean them.
yeah, thank you so much. And your video is somehow stopped. I mean, it's not. I can't see you. Like it's paused. Your video is not. Yeah.
Can you see me now?
So
Better?
I can see. Yeah, but it's not like you're in some kind of a statue mode.
Statue, is it? Let
Yeah.
me. I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't want to go and disconnect and then start again because I know it'll go
Yeah.
off
No.
there.
No. 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 Don't disconnect. So let's continue. Whatever it is, let's
Yeah,
just
let me just
continue.
check if I can change the cam and I mean switch off and switch on. Now I switched off the cam and started again. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you, but
Okay,
you are.
viewers are saying they can see me, so I think we are good. Let's
Yeah,
just
okay.
go ahead and
Okay, we
start.
can hear. All right. Okay.
Okay,
So
perfect.
uh,
Let's dive
let me
in.
let's dive in. Let me know how do I start. This is my
Yeah.
first time ever on a
So,
podcast, so
to
there
begin
will be
with,
some glitches. Yeah, yeah.
I would want to, start with because I spoke so much around you, around filmmaking and all of that. I would want you to, tell me how your journey started into mental health. I know filmmaking and the storytelling part, like writing stories for films and then writing stories, helping people rewrite their stories, like
Yes.
that journey. I would want to
Yes.
know about that. How did that come up to you?
Okay, so that was like anyone, anyone that is, goes through your teenage years and all that. You're so confused about where you want to go, what you want to do. Hundreds of professions come your way. You want to be engineer, doctor, and at our time, so it was only these major things. But I don't know. At some point, cutting the story short, at some point I thought I want to just make films. So I wanted to join the film industry, and I got into being an assistant director. And I thought that was my calling because I was so passionate about it. Suddenly, I discovered this world that was so unique, and it was so independent and so free of everything. And like I got into it. I met my husband there, we got married, and we started making films together. And I got this opportunity to write, to explore that world, and it was so exciting. Production was something that excited me so much because I was dealing with people, talking to people, handling money. So business was my other forte that I wanted to join. I liked doing business. So all that put together, it was like a ball of everything was perfect. But then 30 years into filmmaking and making movies in all parts of the world. We moved to Jakarta. We made films there. I wrote scripts there. Then we went to Malaysia. We made films from novels, and it was amazing journey. It was too good. But there was some point, I don't know, there was something gnawing into me saying that what, I mean, this is still not it. This is still not it. And I said, okay, let me take a sabbatical and then just ask myself the question, what do I want to do? And then it came to me that this is not, there is still something else. And I said, what is the other thing that I like? And I like to help people. Help people, okay, how? I don't want to just go to NGOs and work. I don't want to do counseling was something that was very, very like I thought that youngsters, I used to see teenagers and youngsters very confused, very like that. So I said, oh, I really need to get into it. And suddenly this whole thing of hypnotherapy came my way. I already had become a tarot card reader, and I realized that it was helping others. I was doing numerology, and this COVID came, and there was a lull, and I really dived into learning. And thank God for Riri, who came into our lives at that point, and she really encouraged me. And then I've never looked back. And now I know this is where I want to be, because so many people come with so many ailments. They're not ailments. I mean, small, small things where people really need someone to tell them to come, how to come out of it. Small things that are so big in the minds, and then you just guide them in the right way. And I mean, it is magical. What I have seen is magic, and I feel this is where I want to be, and that's it.
Very,
That is my
very
journey.
profound. Very, I mean, it's such a beautiful journey, constantly, and it's also very inspiring for the generation, current generation, that there is no point in your life that you can feel that, okay, I cannot restart or I cannot do something. You can always find your purpose at any age, at any
Yes,
time, and you
absolutely.
found it in such a beautiful way.
Yes, I found it. It was, see, you can't say it was just one straight line.
Mm.
There's so many ups and downs everywhere, every time. Especially the time when I took that sabbatical, it was very painful because I really didn't know what I wanted. Again, I had to
Mm.
ask myself that question at that age. What do I want? At this point in my life, I'm still asking, what do I want out of my life? And that's when I said that, I mean, it's never too late. It's never too late to learn, and learning has been something which has always been very precious
So
to
I
me.
think somewhere your filmmaking journey also helped you and brought you to this path where
Yeah,
you are right now.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I think it helps you so much, in what work you are doing right now,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. And also, when my children were growing up and I was in school with them, and I used to see like I used to see those children. They were teenagers and they were dealing with so much, and I felt that, oh my God, how do we guide them? We have counselors in
Mm.
school, we have so much in school, but there's something missing. There's something that they need, someone to just let go and let them say it's okay if you went wrong, it's okay if you made mistakes, it's okay. And like that part
Wow.
was something which was very like, it made me feel go more deeper into this.
Okay. So when you talk about that, I would want us to, jump into the next question that comes to my mind is that,
Yeah,
many of us carry
yeah,
patterns, that are not ours. We don't know where this
Yeah.
is coming from. What is it coming from? Uh,
Yeah.
like we are talking about generational trauma,
Yeah. Yeah.
What has been your experience around this? What is your take on it?
See, where it comes to generational trauma, what I feel is that we are carrying on our fears of our parents, and they are carrying fears of their parents. Fear, basically, mainly it's the fear, because I know as a Sindhi, we left. We were like, after partition, there must be so
Mm,
much trauma around, as for us Sindhis, who had to just overnight leave everything. My grandparents, their parents, like everyone had to leave everything behind and just
yeah.
travel that whole journey. And
Mm,
that journey, so there must have been so much fear in my grandmother's mind or other mother's mind, that what will happen to the daughters, what will happen to them, they will get raped, or they will do the men, what will happen to their money, how are they going to feed their children, what is that. So that fear, if they have brought it down to their children, the
mm,
children will obviously have that. They have seen the energies of their parents, so they will always
mm.
have that fear. So
Yeah.
this fear
So
will carry
sometimes
on.
sometimes there are things that we question, that why our parents behave certain way, because they've been through something,
Yes. Yeah.
that they are meant to, behave or question us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Of course. See, parents,
Because the
whatever.
grandparents' generation, their life was not easy. We have
No.
everything now. We can, order things.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
access to everything so easy. But
Yeah.
for them, their life was not the same.
Their life was not. See, we always, I always hear this, हमारे ज़माने में तो we used to do this, in our time तो we, our parents slapped us and we got on with it. But do you see the difference? Do you see that
Mm,
when I got slapped by my mother, she was just doing it because, if for her it was like she was disciplining me and she didn't know any other way. But I'm a
mm,
child, right? I'm still a child.
mm,
If I'm
mm,
getting slapped, I have my own emotions, I have my own feelings. I have to go
mm.
through what I go through. If I'm a sensitive kid, especially for sensitive children, I mean, for me, if my mother is the only person who I know is everything for me, if she tells me you are totally good for nothing, obviously I will keep that line in my heart, in my soul, and I will make it that I'm not good enough for anything. My mother said so. If my mother is
And how that impacts you as an adult is so
there,
much. Like,
yes,
itni choti baat hai, and
yes.
people think that, oh, trauma means war or
No, no,
accident or
no,
whatnot.
no, no, no. Trauma is not only the major things that happen to us.
Hmm.
Trauma for anyone could be a small little slap, a small little scratch, a small falling down in the bathroom. It could
Hmm.
cause some kind of a trauma in the mind, and it is trauma anyway is a very huge word. Like
Huge one.
right now today, if you see trauma as a huge word, we have to change this narrative,
Hmm.
and we have to say, we have to be sensitive to people's, our children's feelings. If we want that they should listen and understand us, have we also understood them the way they are?
Hmm.
We are
So profound.
telling, we are saying generally, children have to be like this, children have to be that, parents are like that. My question is, the day you become a parent, how can you become omnipresent and a person of all knowledge? Then so there wouldn't be only
Anyway.
anybody could not be anything else but a god,
Hmm.
right? So how does it
Agree.
happen? Parents are also human beings.
Hmm.
We are young when we have children. My mother was young when she had a child, she didn't know better. Your mother must
Hmm.
have been young, they
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
better. We are all learning this
I
process.
think the generation before, I mean, if I talk about my mother, she gave birth to my brother when she was only 20, 21. So
Yeah,
and there
yeah,
was nothing like parenting at that point, right?
yeah, yeah,
Though they were giving their best. We are not saying if anything is wrong or right. Nobody is wrong or right
yeah,
here, but it was lack of knowledge,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, there is nothing actually. If you go to see, there is nothing right and there's nothing wrong.
Mm.
Everyone in this journey of life, we are all similar. We are all going through same things. But where are we drawing the boundaries? What are we saying? Are we accepting ourselves? First of all, we are not accepting ourselves the way we are. Then we are expecting our children, our people around us, everyone to accept us the way we are. That's not possible. We have to first accept ourselves, and at some point,
Agree.
if we talk of generational trauma, it has to be broken.
Mm.
Some
Mm.
generation has to come, and we have to put
And
a
break
full
it.
stop and move on. And that is
Mm.
the free will that we all have. I cannot say that my mother did this to me, so I'm going to pass it on to that fear, I'm going to pass it on to my children.
Mm.
No. At some point, I have to take control
Someone
and
has to
take
break.
charge,
Yeah.
and I don't have to blame anybody for it. It's not her
Mm.
fault. It's
Yeah.
nobody is right, or there's
Yeah.
nobody
It's
wrong here.
not the kid's
No,
fault also. It's not the
no,
parents' fault also.
no,
Yeah.
it's not. We are all going through our own life, the
Journey.
way we are, what is happening to us, and we are learning in the process. And if we tell our children, look, I am learning this thing, I made a mistake, I am sorry. Can
Mm.
we, can we
Also,
just
the
work
moment
on this?
you get this realization and self acceptance, ki bhai,
Yeah,
it's okay, this is what is happening, and understand. I think so much changes with the relationships that you have with people around you, with
yeah,
your own family members. Like and you see sudden shift, like we've seen after
yeah,
therapy,
yeah,
suddenly you have just
yeah,
done your self work.
yeah.
And suddenly people's behavior with you changes. Why? Because you've done your work.
Yes,
It's not them. They have not gone for therapy. You've gone for therapy and you have changed yourself.
yeah.
And this sudden shift, and we've seen so many clients like that, right?
Yeah, we have seen so many, and I'm telling you that when I read, for me, it was like this whole thing about being perfect. Perfect mother, perfect daughter in law, perfect daughter, perfect worker, perfect boss, perfect everything. It weighed down. It really weighs down on you. How can you be perfect? This whole myth of perfection needs to be broken. Why
And
should
it
we
is
need to be
like a
perfect?
pressure also,
Yeah.
right? That constantly. I would also say that women in our culture, in our society, are put up a certain way, that you are supposed, the mother especially, mother daughter, you have to be certain way,
Yes.
you have to behave certain way, and then
Yeah.
they suppress so much.
Yeah. Yeah, see, nobody is supposed to be anyway, actually.
Hmm.
Why are we supposed to be anyway? Why? I mean, like, supposing today we meet strangers, we don't know who they are, what they are, and all. We make friends, we are accepting them, right, for whoever they are, right? So we have to even understand that everybody is in the same place. We are all equal in that. We are all equal. We are going through our own journeys. Everybody is going through whatever. That doesn't mean that everybody becomes a therapist and understands where you're coming from. If you're
Hmm.
not being able to connect with somebody, it's okay to keep a distance. That is also okay.
Hmm.
But if you have decided, understand, if somebody is saying something to you that you think you know everything, then reflect on it. That have I put myself in that place where I come across as this person who thinks she knows everything in life? You get the answers. See, you get those answers. And there was uh, uh, someone is saying they lost their viewing.
Okay,
How
can
is that?
anyone else tell us if you can see us? Anyone watching us? Tell us if you guys can see us. Uh,
Lost the viewing.
yeah. Anyways, I think it should be fine, and somebody will reply. Yeah, they can see us. See, somebody
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is that when we are talking about, when we are saying that we need to change, how does the change come? When we accept ourselves, and then we know that this is where we are going. We also need to bring about changes in ourselves. Our energy shifts, our whole persona becomes different. Then we same person, people who saw us as this talker and selfish or whatever they call us, they also start seeing us differently because something shifted inside of us. We are not
Yes, absolutely.
responsible for others in any way. We are responsible for ourselves.
Ourselves.
And we
Agree.
have to do the work. We have to do the work.
Yeah. So before, we jump into the work part and breaking this, there's one more question that I would want to specifically ask and add here, which is very important, is that a lot of people, they feel that, oh, पर हमने तो हमारे बच्चों को, we give a lot of love to our kids. We
Yeah.
give a lot of attention to our kids, but in mostly we've seen in our culture, there's
Yeah.
there's this lack or missing of physical touch with kids. A lot of parents, they are not very physical with their kids, or they feel we have given all the attention, no, but we are giving him the best school, the best clothes, everything they need. But there's some emotional gap there, which is missing. What do you want to talk about that? What would you want to say about that?
See, this is the very big thing in our society. Emotional health is not important. The importance is given
Sadly.
to physical health and anything related to anything else, relationships for that matter.
And
Relationships.
how this behavior of the parents would come up
Yeah.
in the kids as adults. I would also want you to, answer that.
Yeah, so see what happens is, like, I have read Gabor Mate. He speaks a lot about this. The fear that thing of abandonment comes in children who have already lived in families that they have been together. Parents are together, families are together for a long time, but they still have this abandonment issues. Why? Because there was no touch. There was no that feeling of warmth. They were made to sleep in other rooms because as soon as they are born.
And that happens a lot in the Western society
Yes,
also,
it
right?
does. And now that is changing a lot. Now they are coming back to that make the child sleep with you, because that little baby, he needs, what does the baby need?
Touch.
Safe. He wants to feel safe. And if he's crying in the other room alone, he's not feeling safe. Even when the mother goes to the other room, or the mother is busy in the kitchen and the child is left to play with his toys, he still feels that there's something wrong. Oh my God, I'm now left and my world is falling apart because I'm alone. Right?
And this is very tiny thing that the parents maybe are
Yeah.
not doing intentionally,
No
but
one.
and we've seen in sessions how it impacts
It
the
impacts,
kids.
yeah. And when you do the inner child part in people, this comes up. They don't know that has impacted their behavior or their
Yes.
way of handling.
Yeah.
See, like we know whatever happened. You cannot go and change that incident that happened. That mother left you and went away, or you had a fall, or this. But that reaction that you are carrying in your mind and body since the time you had that incident, when you went through it, that reaction needs to change. And the reaction will change when the file in the subconscious mind that we have carried will change. And that's what
Yeah.
we do in therapy. We remove that file. Now,
Mm.
yesterday
We
only,
replace
I
it.
was talking to somebody, and she was telling me, you know what? I want to slap my children bloody. In our times, we didn't do this. We didn't have you. We could just get up and what is this whole anxiety and depression and all. Said, we ourselves have given our children remotes in their hands. 2 minute Maggie was not there at our time. We want instant. We have given them everything instant, and instant coffee, instant noodles, instant food.
Now
This is
blink
what,
it.
now Blinkit. And then we are saying that we are comparing them to our time when everything, even we have to get up to put on the switch for a fan. We are we have we ourselves went through that. We didn't want to give our children that, and we expect them to be that way. No, that's not possible. We also have to come 2 steps forward and understand that it's okay. Maybe they are going through. Yes, sometimes even the kids make it very, like, they blow it out of proportion and make it all that, oh, this is it, and I don't want to do the work. My parent is wrong, and only the parent has to do the work. No, it's a two-way street. It's a two-way
And I
street.
think there are currently in the today's generation, I think there are two set of people. One who are aware. I'm talking about parents here right now. That parents who are aware that okay, I need to break this. I am not going to pass this to my daughter, my
Yeah.
son, my daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And there are people who are still that, okay, this is what happened to me. I'm also going to give this back.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are kids who understand that, okay, my parent could be right or wrong. And there are kids who do not understand. They constantly keep blaming their
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
for things.
Yeah.
How do we deal with this?
See, first and foremost, parents do go wrong. Parents make mistakes. Okay? As parents, we make mistakes. We also don't know. There are times when we are going through our own shit in life and then we are bringing it out on our children because what do? We have, but the only thing is when we say, I am sorry. I was going through something at that point. I'm really sorry and I need you to understand I also can go through something in life. If it hurt you, if I went overboard somewhere, I'm really sorry about it. This is what is missing. The apology is missing because
Because parents को ऐसे लगता है कि how can I apologize to my child?
absolutely we are in a way parents become bullies. I am older, so respect me. I am older, so don't talk back to me. I am older, so you are older, but are you wiser? Am I wiser? If my son today or my daughter today comes and screams her head off at me for something that she is going through, I don't know what happened with her in school. I can just be quiet. I can just be quiet and say, it's okay, tell me, and leave her. Let her rant, let her say whatever, let her shut the door and be in her room. Later on, when she's okay, she'll come and talk. But at that point, if I am telling her, you always do this, you don't have respect for your parents, already as she's burdened with something, and then I'm putting more burden on her, and I'm not ready to say sorry. I'm not ready to even think that I went wrong. How can she do this? I'll make it about myself. Oh, how can she do this to me? How can she go?
Did we lose Renu? Can you guys see her?
Ah, okay.
Okay, now
Yeah.
perfect. We can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I've seen that, sometimes even today parents they do not understand the kids' situation. They are seeing कि हम देख रहे हैं, this person is going through something, but
yeah.
they still are not being gentle. And I have also seen parents who are seeing that the child is going through difficult times and they support. They just be there, just be there. Don't say anything, don't do
Yeah.
anything, just be
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
it helps so much, right?
Yes, yes. Even parents have to understand the meaning of silence at some time, at some point. Just be silent. Your child is not asking you, especially teenagers, they're not asking you for solutions. They're just asking you for support. And your support sometimes is in being silent, right?
Yeah,
And it's okay
agree.
if even as parents we are ranting and we are taking out our frustration on our children. Sometimes it's okay as long as
Yeah.
we are having a communication and telling them, let's be there. You be there when I need, and when you just understand that I went through shit in life and I am human. That's how they will understand that
Yeah.
parents are
Yeah.
not gods. They are human
Yes,
beings,
I agree. Absolutely, I
isn't
agree.
it?
That
That's how.
the today's generation, like the younger people who are in their 20s or 30s, should also understand that your parents have gone through something.
Yes.
So if they are behaving a certain way, just be compassionate and don't react.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are not able to solve their problem, don't solve that. It's okay, but just don't give them back.
Yeah.
Just silently be
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
It's both ways.
Children are not here to solve our problems. Unless they are grown up, unless they are adults and they have understood, and then if there is, you've created that relationship with them where you can ask them to, understand you and give a solution. First and foremost, children's relationship with with the parents should be that parent-child relationship, right? It should be a
Agree. Yes.
parent-child relationship. You're not here to ask them for help to solve your issues. They are not. They are not here to even understand that what trauma you went through. Yes, they have to be told, but it is not their job to take care of that. No, it's not.
Mm.
That is
Agree.
what You did, and at some point, if they want to know about it, what happened in your childhood, how was it, you talk to them as if it's something that happened. It is not that, oh my God, I lived in so much poverty. You don't know what I went through. I did,
Mm.
yes, I lived in poverty, but I came out of it, and now I'm a winner, and that's it.
Yeah, I think sometimes sharing the raw stories with kids help. Like I would just while you said this, I am going back to my parents. Like I know they shared stories with me. That is why I valued that, okay, they've been through something.
Yeah,
So I know what their life was. And
yeah,
also it is helping me to understand, okay, this is what my parents went through.
yeah,
So this is what the pattern is. So I don't have to repeat it.
yeah. They don't have to
It
carry our
helps me.
burdens.
Yeah.
I want my child to grow on his own, understand. He will go through, every human being in this world will go through downs. Now, other thing that parents have, that I want to see my child happy. How can it be? How can that one human being be happy all the time? No,
Mm.
it cannot be. It's not possible. Law of nature
Agree.
it's against the law of nature.
Mm.
You want
Agree.
to see your child in a way that they can handle situations, whatever situations come.
Mm.
For that, you have to handle situations. And also,
Agree.
if it is not being handled, you're okay with it. You know
Mm.
that it's all right. I can't deal with this, and it's all right.
Mm. Mm.
So it's
Agree.
okay. We
So it's
have
also about supporting each other to break the
yes,
cycle, right?
yes,
You like as parents, you help your kids and your kids help you. So you break the cycle there. You don't carry it.
yeah.
You don't take it forward.
You don't break it. You don't take it forward. You
Yeah.
break that cycle. You go
Mm.
with your own journey. Every child should, after a certain
And you
point.
have the power to do that. So please do it. Please
Yes.
don't pass it.
Yeah, don't pass your burdens to your children. No, we are not supposed to
Mm.
do that.
Yeah.
Like now तो it's become a big joke. मैं तो पहले नदी पार करके जाता था पढ़ने. My books, in the rain also I used to go. Parents say that to their children. But
Yeah.
that's
Oh, we
okay.
had to do so much of
Yeah,
hardships to earn
yeah.
money. पैसे की कदर करो.
Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. My God, biggest thing that we tell our children, money doesn't grow on trees. Money
Yeah.
has never grown on trees for anyone. Our time, okay, we worked hard. Your
Mm.
time is that y'all are being strategic about your earnings. Y'all want to retire at 30. Very good. I love the idea. I wish
Mm.
I would be like that.
Mm.
That I want to see where it's coming from. See where
Yeah.
they are breaking that pattern.
Yeah.
That is commendable.
Yeah.
Why are we following that
Agree.
pattern? My mother worked hard. I have to work hard. My grandfather was struggling. It's okay. It's all right. तो फिर वो रिक्शा वाले का
Agree.
बेटा जो आईआईटी क्लियर करके he went to Singapore and he became a rich man. That means he broke a cycle, no?
Agree. Agree.
Otherwise he
And
would
look at
carry
the new
that.
generation, the generation Alpha, Beta. They are so smart at the age of 4, 5.
Absolutely.
They are smarter than what we were not even at the age of 15.
Exactly. They are
So
smart and we
let
have to
us
learn.
appreciate them for that.
Yeah. And we have to be wise. If we want to be respected and looked up to and loved and be cared for, then we have to have wisdom. Many of us
Mm.
grow old, but we are not wise. We are still in that victim mode. We are still carrying the burdens of
Mm.
the past. We are still carrying the traumas of our ancestors, and we are passing it on to the next
And
generation. We don't.
at the same time, when you are in that victim mode, people behave with you in certain ways. So then you can't do not complain that, oh, I'm not getting
Yeah.
love, or oh, I'm not getting certain respect.
Yeah.
If you are going to be in victim mode, you will remain in the victim mode, right?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
not going to get the love and attention. So don't
Yeah.
complain about it then.
Yeah. And many mothers I've seen, we want our children to look at us, look at me. This happened. My mother in law did this to me. My father in law said this to me. I'm so sad. My life is like this. No. No.
Because we are still living in past, right?
Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't have to pass down, right? Okay, I went through whatever happened to me. I'm now, my responsibility is my child. What is he going to, what is happening with him? I have to be strong enough to be able to deal with that and make
Agree,
him,
agree,
make
absolutely.
that child understand that ultimately it's you on your own. And how are you going to deal with this
And
if you're falling apart
then
right
also,
now?
if it's women like this who are constantly going through this, either they will express, either they will suppress.
Yeah.
Now, if they keep suppressing,
Yeah.
they are going to see it in some other ways, right? The physical symptoms will come
Yeah.
out.
Suppression is another big form of emotional, you're not neglecting your emotions. When we suppress ourselves, okay, like it says that khana mat khao, we all women have to eat last. We have to make the men of the family eat. Why can't we all eat
बच्चा
together?
को क्या खाना है?
Why can't there be enough so that we all sit on the table together and eat? We broke that. A long time back, that myth was broken. Many
Broken.
families now are doing
Yes,
that together. So we are
yes,
breaking cycles. We are breaking those patterns,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in olden, in like 2 generations before, women were not supposed to wear certain kind of clothes when you after you get
Women
married.
were not supposed to go out alone. Now
Yeah,
we have women what traveling solo, and we are absolutely okay, right?
yeah,
We are
yeah.
breaking that cycle as
We are
well.
breaking those patterns. That no, women don't work after marriage. That's a choice she has to make, right?
Mm,
You don't want to work, don't work. If you want to work, it's okay. Now
mm,
I've seen that families are saying, is she working? Because now, obviously, nuclear families cannot manage with one income. So that
mm,
pattern also is breaking. Lots of things are breaking, and
yeah.
I'm saying why as women we decide what our daughter-in-law should wear. Who are we?
Mm, mm,
Let everyone should live independent. When we are independent within ourselves, then we'll be able to see independence
mm.
and accept independence.
Agree,
Then
agree.
when all these things are taken care of, all these small nitty gritties which otherwise cause big havocs, then you realize that there is a person who has a mind, who has
Mm,
an intellect, and there are many other things to talk about. It's not always
absolutely.
about I
You also
making a rebel out of
enjoy your
something.
life instead of telling her what to wear and what
Yeah,
to eat and what to not do. You
it's so
also enjoy
petty.
your life.
Of
Yeah.
course, we need to
Please enjoy.
break all
You've not
this.
also enjoyed your life.
Yeah,
I think it's very important for the older generation to also understand that do not keep saving, saving, saving. I understand saving is important, but also relish,
yeah.
also enjoy.
Enjoy. Why? By the time nowadays, see, the lifespan has increased so much. This is what I heard somewhere, and it made so much sense. Lifespan has increased. We are all now in our 60s, our parents are in their 80s. What wealth are they leaving behind that we are still waiting for? Why couldn't they enjoy their wealth? Let them enjoy their wealth. We have done whatever we want in our at 60, at 50. We already are independent. We are working. We have our own wealth. We are saving for our life and children. Why can't we all enjoy? Let everybody learn to earn their own money.
Yes, absolutely. I
है
agree.
ना?
Yes,
So
yes.
all these many myths are being broken, many myths are still not. We all are in transition and we all are work in progress. We all have to understand that it is a work in progress. Every person, every human being is someone who needs to be work. We also have to do the work, our children have to do their work, and we all have to be there for each other.
So when we talk about work, where do you think, what is the role of self-work in this? Where do people start when they have to do their self-work?
Now, that is something, which is really very difficult because when we say emotional health, it comes under mental health, right?
Mm.
Now, when you say mental health, everybody is creates a wall around them that no, I don't
मैं
need,
पागल थोड़ी हूँ.
I don't need what this rubbish
Mm.
trauma. What is this
Again,
thing called trauma?
mental health is always, attached in our society as depression, anxiety, or
Yeah.
psychiatrist, medicines. But that's not what it is, right? Would you want to uncover that?
So I'm telling you a simple thing that whenever you go for a frozen shoulder or you go for knee issues or whatever, what does the doctor tell you? I will give you, I'm going to give you steroids. What are steroids? They are dealing with your cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone that releases when you are stressed. So what is the doctor actually doing? Handling your stress hormones. And you can't do it. But you will not take that help and realize, understand that you could do little more work on your stress levels. Okay, so I am saying that a man who's working in an office, he's overworked, his boss is a tyrant, and he is just trying himself to prove himself. What does he do? He'll go outside, start smoking with his friends. And that's okay, because okay, I'm stressed, so I'm smoking. But what is that cigarette giving you? Cigarette is giving you a kind of it's giving you little bit of peace at that point, those few seconds.
Few
And
seconds.
you are a smoker, but you're destroying your health. But those few seconds of peace, what do you do to suppose I don't want to smoke, I want that peace. I'll go outside, and instead of taking that cigarette, I will do humming and breathing and releasing my stress. First of all, I have to accept that this is why I'm doing it. I am stressed, so I'm going to. We are in denial. Most of the people are in denial. They don't want to accept only that there is something wrong. My body is falling apart, but everything is okay. I am the greatest because my mind is very clear. But I'm shouting at the maid. I'm doing this. I'm having stress issues because the maid is wrong. Because the other people are wrong. But there is a problem with you. Even it is a problem. Okay, it's not a problem. You're in denial that you have a problem. So what if
Or
you
maybe
just
you are just not feeling good with some certain emotion. So just sit with yourself.
sit and say, yes, I have. First and foremost, tell yourself, I am.
Acceptance.
I am. Now, that is when my life shifted. When I started saying I was this perfectionist who wanted everything in order, perfect, I have to be perfect. The day I started saying, no, I'm not perfect. I have an issue. Today I'm going through shit in my life. I'm going through terrible. I don't want to get out of bed. And I didn't get out of bed. I stayed in bed and I said, I'm going through this horrible time. Let me see what comes out of this.
And
2 days.
that helps doing nothing sometimes.
Absolutely. In those 2 days that I was in bed, I just took care of my own emotions. I was regulating myself. Then I realized that I need to take help. I can't do this on my own. Maybe somebody will help me. And I spoke to a psychiatrist. I've taken therapy sessions and I have become a better version of myself. I also didn't know that I had this capacity to be this other person. Right?
And no, there is no right or wrong,
No.
in terms of who you are, what
Yeah.
age you are, what profession you are. If you need help, you need help.
You need
Please,
help.
please come up.
Yes. I don't have to be right. And why should I take the burden of being right always? Why? I'm okay. I'm all right to say I'm not
Such
right. I
a
don't know.
profound word.
Yeah.
It's okay if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please
Yeah.
accept.
Yeah, it's okay if I don't know something. There was a point I felt that if I didn't know some knowledge, someone else has better knowledge than me, it used to make me feel very uncomfortable. Why don't I know it? Then I said, if I don't know, so I will get to know, right? If I say I don't know, I will get to know about it. So what if I don't know? It's not a big deal. But you see, for that, even the atmosphere around you has to be conducive. People around you sometimes make you feel so small. I've seen it in families where if one person knows, they always make the other person feel that you don't know. I know. You don't know, leave it, I will
Bullying.
do it. You don't
Bullying
know,
at any age.
bullying. I'm telling you, as parents, we are very big bullies sometimes. And I'm very sorry. I really am very sorry that being an older person means becoming a bully. That is given in generations to that is passed on in generations. My
I
mother-in-law
agree.
was a bully.
I've
Now
seen
I'll be a bully to my
some of
daughter-in-law.
my clients who are being bullied by parents even at the age of 35, and they are constantly bullied. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? But just can you sit and support them
Yeah.
and just be there for them instead?
Yeah.
Maybe they will sort their life better if you just be there for them instead of constantly bullying them. And even if you cannot support them, please be quiet.
So many
Be
times
there.
when I have seen when women used to say that, oh, I did the housework and I took 2 hours nap, and my husband came and said, what do you do the whole day? You're sleeping. Array, do you realize that 2 hours of nap rejuvenated my system so I can handle it, so that I can do everything else and make you all feel comfortable? It's such a profound, such a great
Sleep,
job to make.
I think, is the most underrated thing in the whole health concept.
Yes,
People, just with good sleep, you will not need the medicines that you are
exactly.
taking. You will not need the addictions that you are onto. Just good sleep can make so much
So
difference.
much
It
difference.
might even heal the trauma that you
Yeah.
have just with sleep. Sleep can help so
Sleep
much.
helps, and just doing nothing helps sometimes. And this new thing about having to be able to, like, you have jobs and then suddenly you don't have a job and you feel, oh my god, I'm such a loser, I don't have a job. But do you realize you're getting the time to do all those things that you couldn't do when you had a job? When you were
Yeah.
working 9 to 5, you couldn't join your singing class, you couldn't go out and have lunch with your friends, you couldn't go and learn bridge lessons, you couldn't go and take a girls trip or whatever trip with your family or friends, because you were doing this 9 to 5 job. So what, now you have all that time, so much to do, so much to know, so much to understand. Sitting with
Yeah.
yourself, just taking care of your own emotions, just putting your hand on your heart and just saying, I love you. You are amazing. That
Yeah.
is enough.
Yeah,
That is
and these are
enough.
very small self-help tools that are
Yeah.
very, very,
Yeah.
underrated. Like just sitting with yourself,
Yeah.
just breathing, just
Yeah.
writing down something for yourself, or doing something that you
Yeah.
love, right? It's not
Absolutely.
something very complicated that you have to
No,
do.
it's not. It's not complicated at all. But it is, see, that word when it is attached, what I've been thinking is, when we say trauma and mental health, these are big words. I think those need to change, you know.
I agree. I agree.
Right? Let everyone should know that it is not, trauma is not something huge, it's not something that major that happened to you. It is just something that you thought as big, and it is okay.
Mm.
We think, somebody telling me, for a long time somebody saying no to me, like, no, I go for a job, no, you don't get a job, I will stop going for that job, I will not try only to get a job,
Mm.
because I'm not good, because something is
Mm.
wrong with me. And so what is the bottom line I got to know is the rejection. I don't like rejection. Somewhere there was some incident related in my childhood as a trauma that I carried. It was rejection. It was
Mm.
me feeling not good enough, that I'm not good,
Mm.
so people are rejecting me and I will always be rejected, right?
And
So
when you say this, there is this, there are these different parts in us,
of
right? That makes us
course,
feel some a part of us that makes us feel rejected, a part of us that makes us feel
yeah,
lonely, a part who is very motivated. We have different parts in us, and
all of
how
us.
we can help them, right? It's not necessary that a one person can be only having certain emotion or be certain way. No,
Yeah,
you are good and bad and
yeah, yeah.
very good and very bad at the same time.
All of us have those parts. We have to forgive. We have suppressed certain parts to be what we are today. If I'm being very cautious around people, I'm just very cautious, like my blinkers are always on. That means there's that part of me that was at some point very gullible, very vulnerable, that was taken advantage of, and I suppressed it. Now this part of me comes out, which is very vigilant, which is very hyper, which is, I work on that part, I talk to that part, that, oh, what happened to you, what was
Mm.
it that happened to you. So if everybody works like this on themselves, what a beautiful
Help.
world it will be
Absolutely.
for
And if you
yourself.
think that you are not you yourself is not able to do that, please seek help.
Yeah,
It is okay to
it's
seek help.
okay. It's all
Please go
right.
to a therapist.
It's okay, and
Mm.
therapists are there.
Yeah.
There are therapists who are really doing good job. As
Yeah, and it's not
amazing.
necessary. Also, people also have a blockage that, oh, if I go and tell this person, or if I go to a therapist, they will read my mind, and then they will know all my deep, deep dark secrets, and then I'll not be able to, like, मेरा तो सब कुछ बाहर आ जाएगा. But नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. You only, hypnotherapy. A lot of people think like that, but it's
Yeah.
not like that.
No, first
You
of all, this
only
hypnotherapy word only is like, do you hypnotize? I get to hear that a lot. Do you hypnotize?
same here.
In a way, yes, I do go to your subconscious. I'm not going to your subconscious. I'm helping you go to your
Go to
subconscious
your
and release all those files that you have created for yourself. I'm just a guide. I'm just a medium, but you are the one who's actually doing the work.
Yes, absolutely.
They are doing
Do
the
you
work
want to
for
talk
you.
about a few techniques like that? How these
Yeah,
techniques help and how profound they are, especially part work or
yeah,
child
yeah,
healing,
yeah. So there
for
is
people to,
the
know what it is.
first and foremost, we must know that our nervous system needs to be regulated, because nerve health is so important, because nerves are the ones that carry messages for every part of our body to be in tandem with each other, aligned with each other. Mind, body, and the nervous system. Our mind, body connected by the nervous system, and that nervous system health is very important. How do we help? How do we do that? One is very easy, is humming, where we breathe. It really helps. You feel so calm, so nice when you calm that part of you. When you do even 10 minutes of humming, it is so nice, because every day if we do it now, we know we can really handle our system well.
Yeah, just few rounds, right?
Just few rounds. Just
Anytime,
few rounds.
anywhere,
Yeah.
any time of the day.
Yeah.
No
And just
restrictions.
breathing. Yeah.
Mm,
No, anytime.
mm,
Deep breathing. Deep breathing. Helping ourselves to breathe deeply and just releasing. When we release, all that is held inside is released. All the negativity, all the toxins, everything is releasing. And you feel so good when you have. So there is a space between breathing in and breathing out, and that is the space, that is the most important space. Stop. In that stop, when our nerves are calming down. So
mm.
breathing is one thing. Then yes, of course, when we go to a therapist, first and foremost, when we tell ourselves, we start writing a journal, and we start saying, what is going on. A journal is not just a diary that you write every day. Today I went for a walk and this, and no, no, no. You write about what thoughts came to your head today. Today I was thinking about 10 years back. I had a fight with somebody, but what happened? How is it different today from what it was yesterday? 10 years back, how I reacted to it. Today, how am I feeling about it? Go back to it 5 days later and see, oh my God, now my thoughts have changed. Another thing that helps really well is when we are actually forgiving ourselves. Sometimes we are very harsh on ourselves. Our expectations from ourselves are only too much. I didn't do this properly. I didn't do this well. I could have. Today, my day was very bad because actually I did 10 things. I could have done 15. Those 5 things that I didn't do, I'm really. It's okay. Just tell yourself it's okay. There is a reason. Tomorrow I will do it. Then, when we go to a therapist and work on those parts that we have suppressed, and there is parts work therapy, there's empty chair therapy,
So there's
that
this
only if people.
question that has come about therapy,
Huh.
is how do you get people to trust the therapist when most of their vulnerabilities have been taken advantage of?
So, first and foremost, therapists are people who are qualified, right? They are not those people who put you in that vulnerable situation, right? Or they are not, they are someone who's actually going to help you.
They
And
are just
even
creating space for you.
we
They are
are,
not.
yeah, a
Uh,
therapist, first and foremost, a therapist is completely non-judgmental and making you feel safe. When you feel safe and not judged by your therapist, then you must let go and just trust. But having said that, there are many times that you may not find that therapist in the first round or the second round. Go to a third therapist. Don't give up.
Yeah,
Go
don't
to
give
a
up.
third.
Very
So
important.
you'll find somebody. You'll find somebody whose connection with you will be there. Don't give up. That is
Agree.
like, again, saying that there's something wrong with me. My therapist also can't. Even I get this. Some people who want to do therapy with me, then they'll say, I'm a very complicated case. That therapy, the other therapist couldn't take care of me. It's okay. It's all right. You have come to
Give
me.
give give it a chance to yourself
Yeah.
with another therapist.
Maybe as a therapist, I may not connect with you the way you want me to
Mm.
connect. Maybe it will happen also. It's okay.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
okay. But don't give up on yourself. Give up on your therapist, but don't give up on
Don't
yourself.
give up. Agree.
Yeah, go
We
to
have
the
another
third.
question.
Yeah.
Is do you believe in manifestation? What's your thought on it?
I completely believe in manifestation. I believe a lot in manifestations because all of us at some point have manifested wherever we are today. Okay. If I said that, oh, I can never go beyond a certain point in my life, I know, we have this, right? I knew this thing will go wrong. I knew it that this thing will go wrong. It went wrong because you knew it. What if you knew it will never go? Everything will be okay. Then
Mm.
so
Just
it
that.
will go that way. It
Mm.
will go. Manifestations
Mm.
doesn't mean that you manifest something that in 2 days I want this. It won't
Mm.
happen in 2 days. That time factor is the wrong, the completely misguide. We are misguided if we think we have that timeline. You just manifest and leave it.
And let
Leave
the
it.
universe do the
Let the
work.
universe do the work, and if the universe decides that this is not right for you, it will not be right.
Will not
It won't
happen.
happen. It
Yes.
won't happen.
And you'll
And even
realize it
that,
at some point in time that, oh, good, that did not happen.
yeah, it won't happen, and it didn't happen because it's okay. It was good for me, especially
Mm.
in relationships.
Mm.
I've seen many youngsters who are like hung on these guys. Oh, I want this guy. Oh, you know what? He's done this to me, and like I want him only. I want this only guy. I think he's the right person for me, and all that. And that guy has now ditched you, and then you feel, see, everything is wrong in my life. Nothing. And 10 years later, you realize, oh my God, he was the complete wrong decision for me,
Mm.
right? So manifestation also has to be, there has to be ways of manifesting and
Mm.
what we manifest.
Mm.
That
Agree.
particular thing, though, there are many things that only universe can decide, and that's so nice because it takes away the burden from you. You're not responsible only.
Mm.
You're not going to take that heavy baggage and carry it all your life. No, it will happen. And
Mm. Agree.
how we make ourselves, and we are learning. Every bad experience that we have is a learning lesson. There's something good to learn from that. And
Mm.
bad things will happen to us, to
Will
everybody in
happen.
this world. No,
Agree. Agree.
nobody is like, there's nobody
Mm.
spared from this thing of something bad happening. It will happen.
Mm. Agree.
That
So
also
with
we have to accept.
regards to the earlier question again,
Yeah.
the therapist
Yeah.
question, but so this person is saying, but this is coming from a space of authority and authority has been abused. So any techniques to build trust?
See, techniques to build trust, one thing is just go head on and don't stop trusting.
I
Even
mean, build trust with the therapist since,
trust, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they don't
So,
feel, that they can trust
yeah,
the therapist because of the vulnerabilities.
yeah, I know that's very difficult when you lose trust with your therapist, because the therapist is the one who's actually supposed to guide you and hold your hand and come bring you out of a situation. But trust me, even the therapist, there may be some reason why that didn't happen, but go to the next therapist.
Mm.
Go to the next
Give
therapist.
give yourself
Give
a
yourself
chance. It's
and
not about the
tell yourself.
therapist, it's about you, right?
Yeah, just tell yourself that it's okay if this therapist is not right for me. I'll find the next one. And don't open up in the first session with that therapist. The
Mm.
next one that you go to, see if you feel safe. First, see when the therapist
Take
will
your
come.
time, yeah. It's
Yeah,
I think as therapists, we also give time to our
yeah,
clients to slowly
yeah,
open
yeah,
up to
yeah,
take time to build that trust. I
yeah,
have seen clients opening up even after 7, 8 sessions, 10 sessions and
yeah.
coming up and telling things that they could not tell in first session
Yeah,
or
they
second
cannot.
session.
I have therapy. I have clients who would like, they say like, oh my God, what are you going to do with me? What is happening? I said, you just let me do first, and if it doesn't work for you, then you decide.
Agree.
So it's
I think
okay.
as therapists, we also need to give that
Yeah,
room to our
we need to
clients. We need
understand
to
that.
be, yeah.
Yeah, we first and foremost as therapists, we need to make the client feel safe. You have
I agree.
to
I
make them
agree.
feel safe where they're coming from, these very soft and very broken
Yeah.
places. We are not here to fix those broken places. We are here
So
to
I think this
make them
person has
accept.
had bad
Yeah,
experience. This is why he's
yeah, it
asking
is.
this. So
See,
absolutely, maybe you've really gone through a bad
yeah,
experience, but
yeah,
give yourself that chance and go to another
yeah,
therapist, and I'm sure something will work.
something, because so many therapists have been very nice and brought people out of so many situations.
Also,
So
see what therapy works for you, right? Because
yeah,
there are different techniques. So it's
yeah,
very important that you explore what works for you.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you feel safe with your own problem, that, oh, this is my problem and I have lived with it for so many years. That is also
Mm.
okay. Of course, it's
Mm.
okay because you've lived with a problem for so many years. You've
Mm.
gotten attached to that. You've gotten,
Mm. I've seen that.
yeah, you've got attached to that, and that is your safe space. And now you're being guided to let go of that safe space and create another safe space, which is beyond, beside this problem that you have. Sometimes people become, no, like I told you, like women, oh, I am always taken for granted. Oh, I am the one who's always giving in. That is their safe space. Without me, though, nothing will happen only in life. All these are people creating safety zones for themselves. It's okay. But they want to come out of it also. Come out
Mm.
of it.
I agree.
It's not, that is not your safe space only. There is other places where you will feel safe. Come out of that victim mode.
Mm.
You start feeling safe.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So, one final message for our viewers. This conversation has been very, very powerful. But before I give my final words, I want you to give yours for all our viewers,
yeah,
about our conversation
yeah.
today.
So I keep telling everybody, one thing which I say is be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be harsh. Don't have these, mountains of expectations from yourself. Go with the flow of life the way it is. We are meant to live here. We have come to this world not to achieve, not to have only focus on results, not to grab power, not to be powerful. We are here to actually enjoy life and be plain and simple people. Let us be simple. If to reach there you have to take help, and you have to be taking somebody else's help, hold somebody's hand to be there, it's okay. Do that. Feel, enjoy, look around you. The world is not that small. The world has got so many things in it to feel nice and happy. And
Agree.
happiness also is not that every day will be a happy day. Accept some days will be bad, some days will be good. We are okay. We will be there. Are we really actually in that neutral state of mind where everything is okay? I feel we need to come to that neutral state. It's okay. That is the
It's
most
okay.
important thing that we need to do for ourselves.
Agree. Agree.
Then
Oh my
we
God.
accept
Such
ourselves.
powerful conversation.
Yeah, I know. I know. Really went a bit.
Yeah, it went long, but I think it was very important. So I would just, want to pass my gratitude and thank you so, so much for accepting
Thank
this
you.
invite.
Thank you,
for
Bhumi.
opening up yourself and sharing all your knowledge. This has been a very heartfelt conversation, and I am sure it has changed and touched so much in the viewers that have been seeing.
Yeah.
And if you think that this can be helpful, like for our viewers, you think this can be helpful for someone we
Yeah.
will be posting this on our feed. Please share it with someone that needs to hear these.
Yeah.
Please
Yes.
share with people so that they can
Yes.
maybe change something from
Yeah,
this. So
I want to share, I want people to be aware that it's okay. How does one feel okay? It's to get reach that place where you feel okay. It's such a beautiful place. It's so liberating. It's such a freedom. And all of us want freedom at the end of the day. Safety
agree,
and freedom. And the
agree.
only thing is that we have to let go of this feeling of wanting to be in control, which is what half the world, half the knowledge that teaches us in schools and colleges just be in control of everything. Only the results matter. Only success matters. Success means having 50 cars, 2 houses, 10 this, 10 servants. No. The whole narrative needs to change. And if we can help in any way, Bhumi, you and I, in any way, and our fellow therapists and all, I think we should just put that word across.
Absolutely. And which is why we are doing this.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of doing this Soulful Saturday this year was to just bring awareness.
Yeah.
Just talk around mental health so people feel normal about it. Just, open up as therapists, that is why we always have therapists or, wellness practitioners so that we can just open up about it and let people feel normal about it.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Very important.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
today, whoever was watching this, please take this as your message, your day to change something in yourself. Do not blame your kids or parents, and let all those sadness, anger, anything go away. Let that go away. Don't blame others, and take this as a new start for you. And yeah, keep working. Take this as a message and keep working on amazing techniques or self-help tools that
Yeah.
Renu has shared with us today.
Yeah. Especially
And we
humming.
can take this forward.
Yes.
Yes, humming. Yes. So
Yes.
please practice and reach out if you guys need anything to Renu on Wellness with Renu or me on Therapist Bhumi. Yes, we will be very happy to help you. Thank you so
Thank
much to everyone.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.